Don't change your name. Don't change your name. Don't change your name.
Hello, everyone. We are about to start the third episode of our live stream series Playtime together now in the first season with Michelle, the artist of the season. Give us like some 5 minutes. We're gonna share the link with our friends on Instagram as well, and we will start the show very, very soon, just in a couple minutes. For now, please enjoy the Japanese funk and soul vinyl that Michelle has selected that you kind of like to work with.
Yes, this is what I listen to when I paint.
Yeah, so this is one of them, and we have brought this for you. So please enjoy this amazing set by My Analog Journal, this YouTube channel as well. So please check it later as well, the channel of My Analog Journal. But yeah, for now, that's we're gonna be waiting and sharing the link of the live stream.
so high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
That's the first season. Oh, I have my pen here for my notes. Actually, let me get my notebook if I need. But yeah, like, so this is the third episode out of 5 from our playtime season, in which in those 5 episodes we explore the universe basically of an artist from different perspectives, from their bio to their processes, the meaning behind their work as well, artistic expressions, everything, and how is their work relevant as well in the current world that we're living, in the current moment in history. And I don't know, I think it's a very interesting content. I am Chef XAVIER, for those who don't know. I am the founder of SAMAMBA, artist mentor, and today your host. And I studied cultural management, actually together with Michelle, that's how we met. And I've been extensively studying art management for artists, branding for artists as well. So I invite you all to learn a little bit with me as well during these seasons that we will be starting to do for you, always with a different artist, but of course in each season is a different artist. So throughout the 5 episodes we explore these artists of the season, different aspects about them. Today we have the playlist of Michelle. Like, actually this is like a YouTube video that she shared with us. For those who are now on Instagram, I see you here. Hello. Wait.
Hello, Instagram people.
Yeah, hello, Instagram people. Please join us on YouTube. It's much better. You can see us better. We have like cool visuals, prepared for you. We have actually now a very cool DJ live set, like vinyl, that's actually Michelle selected for you. It's like one of Michelle's processes and tools as well. So join us there. The link is on
the stories.
Okay,
on my
so it's already there.
start including video stuff into my work and more like digital elements, but for now it's painting on canvas. It seems very traditional.
And what do you normally paint about? What are the concepts and
So
subjects?
I have 2 series that I focus on. One is painting like people set in scenes. It's about culture and navigating through different cultures. And the people appear very flat, with like flat color, some texture, but it's very...
I can put something here now for us.
We've talked about, in the last episode, we talked about how it's very synthetic, the visual quality of those paintings.
Oh.
That's very synthetic.
Yeah. So this is one of the people series painting.
Yeah.
No?
It's a lot, since it's about culture, it's about people moving from one place to another and like witnessing how things are different in other places. Where'd you go? And so that's the people series.
Yeah.
It's more, I feel like this is very traditional, you know, painting people that I feel like a lot of people that hear art and painting, this is what they expect. But then the other series is called In Situ.
Yeah.
It means
I'm gonna add also in situ artwork.
Yep, it means that something was found in its place of origin, but actually
my favorite.
this is like a question. It's asking, was this found in its place of origin? It's kind of playing with that idea instead of just saying these things were found in their place. You can look at some previous episodes to understand that this idea comes from my personal experience of being from one place, moving to another, and then moving to another again.
Yeah.
So I had challenges as I grew up, challenges with cultural identity or just everything that has to deal with that.
Yeah, for those who don't know, like Michelle, since maybe you didn't watch the other episodes, I invite you to watch the first and the second episodes, which the first episode we explore more this, like the life story, the bio,
Like
the
my
journey.
background.
Exactly.
And then how that translates into my artwork.
In the second episode, though, we were exploring more about the meanings, the hidden meanings, the concept of Michelle's work. So that's why also like we're just giving you some like
Quick. This is like
quick introduction. But if you want to know more, which is very interesting, the both of the series, like the concepts and the techniques, I invite you to watch the other episodes, which were going in depth in what they mean, and not only as artworks, but also in Michelle's life story. So, okay, but now here we are talking about process. We got a process has their own process, and I think it's very interesting as well that processes can reflect a lot. What the fuck is that? I hope it's not like that in every play. It is. I don't know what's happening. Technical problems. I don't know what happened with my webcam.
technology.
Yes, my web is the problem. Wait. Okay, let's see if this works. No, nope.
Wow, that's a really embarrassing
It is.
face.
Whatever. So I'm not using the the camera. Okay, we are doing all live here.
Wait.
So, okay, maybe it's my internet.
Hello, can everyone see us and hear us? Let us know.
Oh, fuck. Look at the internet.
Okay.
We are
we're
back.
good.
We're back. We're online. I'm so sorry, people, about that. I have no idea what happened.
We're on live television.
We're live, exactly. So this stuff happens. And who is a good show person knows how to do with that live, okay? So let's try. I have no idea what happened with the second camera that we had. we're like very weirdly connected there. But I'm trying to.
Okay,
Yes. Okay. I guess we have it. Okay. Amazing. We're back on track.
Sorry about that.
So, yeah. Well, I think what I was going to say. I think it's very interesting how the process also reflects the artist. You know, like we are going that later and more in depth to that. But first, I would like us to talk more about the tools that you're using. So I wanted to understand, yeah, like what are the tools that you're using, why as well, and yeah, give us some overview about that.
Yeah.
I put some brushes because I know that you use brushes. Since
It's like
you're
the
a
main
painter.
thing. So the tools, like I said, paint on canvas. So I will need a surface. Obviously it will be canvas unstretched or stretched, or paper as well. I can paint on paper or draw like the hardboard canvases. It's like I don't know what it's called. Masonite is a brand,
Okay.
but it's like hardboard,
Uh-huh.
and some of them have like
It's
a
paper?
No, it's like it's hard.
MDF?
I
Kind
think
of
so.
like, okay.
Yeah, I don't. That's the name. I don't know, like the specific
Okay.
name. But yeah, hardboard, panel, wood.
Mm-hmm.
If I wood nowadays, it's like more if I find a good piece of wood on the street. So that's been a while, but I don't like
Barcelona
now.
doesn't have good wood.
Well, sometimes yeah, yeah. I just haven't found any yet, or
Uh-huh.
like looked really, but that's like the surfaces that I use. And then I will use acrylic paint, oil paint, cheap paints, some expensive paints because paint is expensive. Like good quality is expensive. So like sometimes I don't really care. Like I will use cheap paint.
Yeah.
Watercolor, that's more for drawings or if maybe like a first layer. Or if a painting is just going to be a watercolor. I don't typically do that though. It's more for like sketching and flour as well. Like cooking flour.
And how actually I would like us to talk about that in the
Yeah.
next technique.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that later.
Yeah, because we have all prepared, like
Yeah.
first we're talking about the tools, later the techniques, and that's a very interesting technique that you use with flour.
Yeah.
But yeah, like about the tools, so I remember like you mentioned once pencil
Pastel, yeah. Oil.
pastel pencils? I don't know. Like
Sticks.
yeah, these
Yeah. Like there's soft pastels and oil pastels. So soft pastels is like more chalky, like chalk. And they're both used to draw, obviously, but you can use them on paintings. And soft pastels, you can draw with them. They're like, like they look like crayon sticks. And you can paint on them. For example, if I draw with red and then I have white paint and I apply it, then it will catch that color. Obviously, it will turn into pink because white and red. But like what I'm trying to say is like you can paint with them.
Yeah.
Mixing it with white paint.
You can't.
You can.
You can. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like
when you want to use one, or do you have a different approach to how you use them?
the sticks about this stuff.
Okay.
Like I just go for it. I think it's like what you said, like
I got nervous. Like,
because I'm just like, wow, okay, what do I do? Like, yeah, I don't think about it. If I just feel it out, like if I clean and everything. So if I get lazy, or if I have to work fast, like if have a
so you
busy
see
day.
how actually it reflects the
Yeah.
personality
Yeah,
of
that's a
the
good
artist,
point of view.
you know?
Yeah.
Like Michelle always say, like, I'm a lazy person.
I am
which is
really
interesting.
lazy. I'm working on it. But, well, I'm not really working on it because I'm too lazy. But no, like if I have a busy day, but I know I need to like get something done in a painting, then it's like easy because then I can just like draw on it really quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it's like something that I can use to like make some steps to advance the painting.
Okay, but then this thing of like not thinking much about it, do you think it's because you also want to talk about this one?
Like sometimes pencils
Uh-huh.
and pen also would be because like I'm lazy, or like
for the in situ here, for example.
yeah,
you're
well,
writing.
here's pencil because I wanted it to look like, handwriting, taking notes, like studying this object and
Uh-huh.
like taking some notes in pencil. So that's why, so here was purposeful.
Okay, yeah. And this, like, that looks like a stamp,
Yeah.
you know? This is paint. It
Yeah.
is not a stamp.
No.
Like, you actually painted with the brush.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's
The
nice.
circle one, I did stamp it in a way, like I got the bottom of a can of paint because I wanted the circle to be really nice, and I couldn't do that with my hand and a thin brush. So I just painted a little bit the bottom of a can, and then I just stamped it.
Okay, that's
So
cool.
that is like a stamp in a way, but not
Yeah.
really.
Okay.
But recently I've been using a lot of marker,
Markers? Like
Mar-
Posca? Or...
like Sharpie.
Okay, uh-huh.
Yeah, if I want some black lines, for example.
This is sponsored, like, we're talking about...
Sharpie.
We're
This one,
talking-
do you have this one?
Yeah, I do, actually. But we
Or I
can
can
actually
show
go
you.
to the next, if you want to show us. But I
Yeah,
have it in
because
the
this one,
techniques.
I'll expose myself here. That was pen. I mean, that was marker.
Where?
Okay, you're gonna see my password.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Uh-huh.
That's black.
Maybe
Oh,
we
yeah.
can show now.
For this one, maybe you guys will see it finish soon.
Actually, we do have a later, bigger one
Yeah.
of this
Well, you'll see it later, but this is black marker.
around the. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Also because the lines can be straighter than when I work with paint. But it's only if it's like absolutely necessary.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, just a test. I just wanted to know if you can hear us well. Please let us know if you have any questions, also or remarks, comments. We love for you to participate. And I don't know, like we would love to learn with you if you know anything like techniques or if you want to share something, best materials or like how you, if you paint or if you draw, like how you do your process as well. But of course, if you have any questions for Michelle, please send us a message and let us know if the audio is good. Not only for ourselves, but also if you do hear the Japanese funk soul vinyl sets in the background a little bit. So
And we are having some technical difficulties, so thank
the
you for
internet.
letting us know, and if anything,
can you explain a little
Yeah.
bit like what you're doing?
so this is the flower.
Okay, so you just put flour.
mixture.
there?
Yep.
Ah, okay, you're doing it.
Yeah, that was the flower. Sorry, it's in like fast, or what's it, like fast camera.
Time lapse. Like,
Yeah, like speed it up. But the flour, basically, it works like paint thickener. So it makes the paint thicker, and it's a very, very affordable alternative to like impasto.
To what?
Impasto,
I
it's
have no idea.
a special, pretend it's like a paint tube, but it's filled with something just to make the paint thicker.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like something you mix with the paint
Uh-huh.
for a impasto technique, which is where the paint is like paste on the canvas.
But it's already like that. It comes like that. The painted.
No, it's not paint. It's like a clear gel that makes the paint thick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But anything in the art store is extremely expensive and overpriced.
So that's why
Yeah.
the flower thing.
Yeah, and this is like something I learned in high school. And I also use it especially for the texture because I love that like grainy texture. So it works for making the paint thicker, for the texture. And since it makes the paint thicker, sometimes if I need to use cheap paint or when I'm using cheap paint, thicker, and then like it doesn't improve the quality, but it makes it less like see-through.
Yeah, yeah, I see. I see. You can see.
Yeah.
Cool. And what else? Like I remember once we emotion.
The word.
I love
Yes,
this
the world.
The world.
The world of
word.
emotion.
The word emotion.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love saying this word now out loud.
Emotion.
Emotion. Now I know what it means. But it's something that you do as well, no? It's
Yeah.
like part of your technique.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain? And I don't know if in one of those images, do you have
In the green bottle man,
okay?
it shows in that one.
I can get it.
Emulsion is, it's not just for painting. Like this word literally means a mixture of things that do not mix together.
Uh-huh.
So for example, water and oil don't mix, so a mixture of those two would be an emulsion. And in fine arts painting, everyone knows that you would paint with acrylic first and you would put oil on top, because you never put acrylic on top of oil because that scratches off, it doesn't stay. But with emulsion, what I like to do is, if I have already like a layer of paint, of oil paint, I dump like a mixture of water and acrylic paint on top, and that's where you can see like this white part. I'm like trying to
like no.
the white parts that you can see in the background,
Uh-huh.
that's the emulsion. So like the water and paint particles, they separate, and so you just see like droplets kind of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It just adds texture.
So like, wait, like in the feet, for example,
Yes.
like under it here.
Yeah. And like these blue, like for example on
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Like gives like a rusty type of
rusting.
and texture. I love the
Yeah.
texture that it creates, you know?
Yeah, I just love texture, and I think it's something very painterly. Like maybe, yeah, it's not like perfect brushstrokes or like clean realism. It's messy.
That's right, a rusty type
Yeah.
of feeling, you know? I really like it. Okay.
Emulsion.
Anything else like with the techniques that you think it is nice to talk about?
I
Like,
guess
this
like,
is not my universe though. Like that's why I'm like letting
Yeah.
you talk more this time, because also for myself to learn, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a painter myself. I understand like more about the market, the
Mhm.
branding, you know, the strategy.
yeah, you know.
But I don't have like being here very humble and honest. I don't have any
Yeah.
type of education in arts, especially regarding painting. So it's also for me like to learn. So that's also
Yeah.
like making questions and exploring the topic with you to learn.
Well, to start a painting, like the first layer is called a wash. Well, this is how I do
Actually,
it. Yeah, this is the wash. Like, it's a mix of, well, if you were going to paint with only oil paint, it would be solvent and a touch of paint for the color. It's just to give a color to the canvas.
It's like I don't know if here do we have like
Yeah,
do we
it
have
already
the wash
passed.
here?
Mm-hmm. In the video.
This one no.
In this one, the wash is the blue.
The first on the top.
Yeah, like where you see the blue
Uh-huh.
splashes of blue,
Uh-huh.
it's like blue paint mixed with water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what you do first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's like to start the painting. Obviously, I gessoed and primed.
What are those?
It's because the canvas has tiny, tiny, tiny little holes.
Like pores.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you have to make it all flat so that you can paint on it, and none of the paint goes like
True.
sneaks through and to the back.
I get it. Uh-huh.
So that's why you gesso, prime. the canvas.
Always, like not all the artists do that, or
Yeah, it's like,
of course it can be intentional to not.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The only reason you wouldn't is because you're intentionally, you want the color of the canvas, although there's clear gesso. Yeah, because it's hard to paint on the raw canvas since it has those tiny holes. Like a brush stroke wouldn't be smooth. It
Yeah.
would be like bumpy.
And
you would see the pores then.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
So
what
it would
are
be the
you-
gesso.
So then here, like you do the wash, like this part,
Yep.
and then later you start to add more like more painting, more color
Yes.
to it.
And then I start like adding like actual paint because that's like the background that I wanted. And then I wanted some texture. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just added like some lines with the paint. So like sometimes like you can see the same color in the leg on your side. Wait. Right here. Like on your side, the leg, like you can see through it. Or in the bottle man, like the green shows through. You know what I mean? Like you can see the background in the figure and it's all like mixed together.
Yeah.
Oh no, we were chopping up again.
Really?
Yeah, I was. But now it's fine.
I mean, sorry again, we're on live stream. I don't know what's happening today with my internet, but it's not the best. But yeah, just an explanation of what's happening. Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't know what background I wanted and like what color, so I was just, well, I had an idea. I knew I wanted it to be like this burgundy red. So I was going with that. And just adding shapes, texture.
So then in this case, you like to, it's almost like that you want the background to be together, like blended
Mixed
with
with
the
them, yeah.
with the artwork. Like, I mean, not always, right? But I
Yeah,
know
not
like I know that some of them, like I can put here now, like this one, I guess,
Yes.
like just to see if I'm also getting. I feel of course you can see you have these strokes, so which separates kind of, but at the same time it's the colors are very similar, no?
Yes.
Like both of those.
Exactly. Like these are great examples of how I want the background to be mixed with the foreground, the figure.
What are you like? Why do we have those kind of like tiles? I'm very curious about that.
This is the one, so it's like one big painting made out of multiples. So that's why it's like these square canvases, which together they make one image. So this is what I call a canvas puzzle, because this is the piece, an interactive piece, where on the wall they're going to be all in the wrong order, and I want the audience to piece it together to make this figure like the final figure.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna add also maybe like a small image of like what it should be, so to help guide.
Yeah, I actually think I do have it.
Yeah.
The actual artwork. Let's see where I put it.
But it's
Yeah.
very interesting also because even when I, for example, I mean, since I'm still working on it, I want it to be all together so I can like see it. But I have taken away one piece, one square, just to like look at it. And it's so weird because when you only see one square, it really,
Does it make sense?
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's just colors and some shapes because it's not even completed.
I love this, really. This is so cool. And how do you... So, like, it's literally like a puzzle, an artwork puzzle, you know?
But I want to paint like the edges black so that they don't show so much. Like you can see the white edges.
So for those who just joined us, this is the process. The video is the process of making this puzzle artwork, kind of, right? And
Yes.
this is the final. This thing on my side, this image is the final thing.
The final look.
Yeah.
And here you can see the water droplets.
What I was going to ask.
Or we can just act like we're frozen.
That would be a nice like performance practice, you know.
Yeah. There's like a meme of Kourtney Kardashian. She did that on live television on the news. Yeah, they're like, I think we're having some technical difficulties, but she was pretending. She was like, oh my god. No, we're actually stuck, guys. We're not messing with you.
But anyways, what would you like to share more about this? I'm actually pretty excited because this is cool. Like, how do you envision for people to put it together?
Yeah.
With an artwork, you know. Normally, you can't even touch.
I know. That's why I like it. I do want to like prepare well, like the surface. Like I'm going to spray a special spray because that does have the soft pastels, and since they're very chalky, it like chalk, like it's kind of like powder. Like you can like blow it off, and if you touch it, it's gonna smear on you or like rub off of the canvas too. So I need to seal it. So I'm gonna seal it like a few times. And I wanted to even like look into maybe like resin to like resin the surface just so it's like very safe and
And
sealed.
resin, how do you do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
I'm
something
thinking about
You
it.
gotta explore.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It should be enough with like simple like glue like sealer, but I want to look into resin just to like make it extra safe. The only reason I don't want to is because it's not like eco-friendly. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just for protection, since like you said, you cannot touch artworks, and that's for for the protection of the artwork, because our hands, we have oils or whatever, and when you touch that, it can damage the work long term.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that part of it. I want people to touch it, like, to move it around, and I'm excited to see how people interact with it.
Somehow they don't touch the artwork, and magnets are not that hard. Just put it behind it.
But even like on a wall,
I was thinking
On
I
a
was thinking
table.
more horizontally, but of course you could do it also on the wall. You know, so this could be interesting too. Like even if, like for example, if one person tells the other, like now you have to put this on the left, and then the person behind it, like move it in a way that it doesn't
I
damage.
see.
You know, like you have a sheet here, and then the magnet is here, and then the person that is here would see and say like, okay, first. I think so.
I love this show.
But probably also because we're all the time,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's tough.
you know. Like
Oh my god, it just skipped to
it's a
like-
combination, you know, of factors.
it skipped from you like showing this to I love this show.
But it's like, guys, sorry again, we might end earlier today because we are noticing that the internet has been very bad for us to do a live stream. Hopefully this won't happen next time. It didn't happen in the last 2 episodes. It was quite smooth. Today, I don't know what is happening. Unfortunately, this is a live stream show. Not unfortunately, because it's very cool. But unfortunately, in live stream shows, we cannot control many things that are happening. And we do the best work as possible as we can to make this a nice content for you. But today, we are having technical difficulties. I just wanted to finish what I was kind of saying before, because Michelle was sharing that in this artwork that I'm gonna put it on for you. This one that is like a puzzle-like artwork, no? That she would like to be interactive, that people can kind of play with it and put the pieces together, because there are different tiles, each one, no? And we're talking about that, like many of the artworks, can have technical difficulties, logistic difficulties as well. But I think it's important. I think it's very cool for me. It's very cool that you challenge yourself to create such a different type of artwork, even though you still don't have all the answers. You know, I don't know if we're still live. I just wanted to.
No, I think it's fine. It's just
Okay. So yeah, like even though you don't have all the answers, because you don't have to have all the answers, and you figure it out slowly. You know, how will people interact with that? You know, or how, I don't know, to send my artwork somewhere. I think if we start worrying since the beginning, this can, you know, mine the creativity.
yeah.
And I think also as humans, we always are capable of solving a problem, you know. And if we can't ourselves, we have communities, we have teachers, we have mentors, we
You
have
can ask for help.
yeah, that we can ask for help. Because I mean, nothing
I look so mean.
in this.
Yeah, and that frozen.
So yeah, like people that change their communities, their area, their country, or even like globally, they were never alone. They always had people. They always had people helping them solve their problems and stuff like that. And this won't be different with artists, you know, and the art world. So it's very important for us to rely on our community, on our friends, in our mentors, even if people that we don't know, but they might have the answers, you know, to whatever we are facing. So, as a man, I don't know. I really hope you ask for help and know that there are people that would love to help you in any or do it, and later you think about the logistics or
Learn
like,
as you go.
learn as you go as well. You can always redo it, you know, like if there was something that you should have done before, it's okay to restart again, you know, because this is part of the process. The process of creativity, it's not linear. I think it's something very important to talk about as well. Processes are not linear. They don't have the right answer, you know. Like the same problem can be solved in so many different ways. You know, there are many solutions, many answers to our doubts, you know, and I think